Hey, welcome back to 2DG. Today's a big episode of Trash Talk. So, we haven't had one for a while.
Yeah.
But what makes this one so big?
The can.
The can. What do we got?
Today we have Foster's Lager in the oil can.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I believe this is just a 32-ounce can. Or it says 25?
It's kind of like a crowler at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive. I don't know. It's a big-ass can. We'll just call it that.
Of Australia's famous bar brand.
You've had to have seen the commercials. Foster's Australian for beer. Whatever. I haven't seen them in a while, though.
I've grown up with that, but this one is Foster's Texan for Australian beer.
Yeah.
Brewed in the USA.
Nice.
Texas.
So, basically, it's your standard crap, right? So, now I will say that of all the videos that I do watch of people that, review beers like us or just do a whole bunch of macros and stuff, a lot of people even that like those beers hate this one. So, I don't know if I've ever had Foster's before.
I have never, but it was all over London. Like I said in a previous video, people walking around the street, that's what they had in their hand. Don't know why.
That was my phone. All right, well, let's do this,
Pop it open.
Now, this is going to be difficult. I'm going to pour it over the placemat here because I have a feeling that I'm going to miss some of this just because it's a massive can. Not as bad as I thought. Yep, there's some drip.
It's okay if you don't fill it.
I'll take whatever's left, I suppose.
Look at that pour.
I'm going to top yours off here.
That's okay. There it is.
Alright, I don't care who you are. Pouring out of those cans is awful. So, appearance. Yep.
That might just be the beginning of awful. I don't know.
Pale, straw, yellow. Nothing to write home about. Looks like the same as anything else.
Crystal clear.
Now, it did have a lot of carbonation surprise. Mine's all gone. His, admittedly, was a stronger pour. You had, what, like a finger and a half or so?
Yeah, and it's a little bit of creaminess on the head, but it's mostly loose, larger bubbles.
Yeah.
And looks like spit.
Anyway, yeah, super carbonated.
No stiction.
But, yeah. Let's smell it. Smells like cheap barroom floor, but with like a little hint of fruity ester. I don't really.
I'm going to say that it's very subtle on that if there's any fruity ester because it's not jumping out. It does smell like a stale bar room, but not very strong, which is kind of concerning.
You're not getting fruity ester off of that?
No.
What? Alright, well, you ready to taste it? Trick question.
Well, it was such a terrible description, but there's really not much to this at all on the nose. It's kind of a wet, cardboardy, boring grain, cheap.
Yep.
Anyway, now we need a tinny taste. Actually, get a little bit of a fruity flavor. There's a huge carbonation pop, as he says. There is a bitter, not quite metallic, but almost metallic tang on it, and a biscuity back end. But it disappears rapidly. It's very dry, though. Surprised.
It's got a lot more to it than I thought. That metallic carbonation bitterness thing up front. The malt flavor goes really all the way through, which is surprising. A little bit of fruit, like I said, just the ester. There's no specific flavor you can pull out of it. The body on it's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I just thought it'd be, carbonated, just, whatever. But, I don't know. Surprising how much of a mouthfeel there is for it.
It's thin, but it does have a pleasant mouthfeel, you're right.
I don't think this warrants all the terribleness about it, I suppose.
I don't know, but there is a stringent, like I said, it's not quite metallic, but it's
it's metallic.
There's a bitter that just lingers too, and it gets right on the sides of my mouth and just seems to hang there.
Yeah, it's a little worse now.
Yeah.
It's almost like alcohol-y effect, but I mean it's only like 4.9%. So I mean that shouldn't be there.
No.
This is an odd one.
It is.
Founded in Australia. I'm going to read this real quick. Over 125 years ago, during the summer of 1888, that's kind of cool, the Foster brothers gave the thirsty people of Melbourne their first taste of true refreshment. Whatever. I'd be interested to see. I don't think we have anybody in Australia that watches our channel. If you do, comment on how Foster's is actually perceived down there.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know if it's a lot like Budweiser here. I assume it is, but who knows?
It's like a moped. You might drink it, but you don't want to be seen. Oh, wait.
Yeah, well, no. Kind of like, yeah, that's fine. So we pulled it up on the old AB and Bev owned Rate Beer. And its style is a pale lager or adjunct or whatever. Call it whatever you want, same stuff. Style, they give it a 40. It's higher rated than I thought. Overall, though, it's right back down to a 3, which is where I had figured it was actually going to be. Cool. So, pale lager, American adjunct, whatever. Where you going?
It's kind of a tough one. Well, like you said, it's not as, I guess just based off what I've heard, it's not as bad as I would have thought, but it's not good. I think I'll go a 3.5. No. Yeah, I'm going to go 3.5. I think that metallic, whatever that is, really ruins it, and I think the full flavors should have been a little bolder in this. I like the malt that, like you said, runs the gamut, but it doesn't explode. I would like more of that biscuity, bready, crackery flavor, and maybe tease the esters out a little better. Otherwise, it's just a thin, watery flavor overall.
Your expectations are too high. Now, we're gonna have a conversation about how we're gonna rate these styles because it's a crap style. So, for me, in the crappy style, I think it is an 8. It does what it does. It's better than some of the other ones. I do dock it the points because it's got that just horrendous metallic aftertaste. It's the best way to describe it. It's a mix between like too much alcohol, which is not true, and then terrible, like I said, metallic. Bleh. It is super carbonated, but I mean that's kind of standard. The reason I gave it such a higher score, though, there's a lot of breadiness to it, which isn't common in anything else really within that style. And then one I've had that's kind of close to that is like Coors, the banquet one. I think was the first trash talk that we even did. Go check those out. Overall,
3. 3's fair, more than fair. I'm not going to drink this again. Although, if I were overseas again, I might try it. See if it changes, you know what I mean? Or if my cousin who's in Australia right now wants to bring some back, I'd try it from there.
The source?
Yeah, but it's not good, and I'm going to say that I say Budweiser's better than this, by far as flavors go.
I strongly disagree with that.
Wow, how?
This has some flavor.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, you need to drink a Bud again.
I probably drank one more recent than you. 4th of July. You can't not drink a Bud on 4th of July, I'm sorry.
I didn't. Why do I want to celebrate a company that's not even American
Because it's the
anymore?
American way.
Anyway, go ahead. I didn't celebrate 4th of July. I'm American, so I celebrated Independence Day.
I actually had that day off, which is weird.
Dude, you should have called.
Well, I had to go do some other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so plus I didn't know what you guys had going on. I figured
Nothing.
Oh well, then yeah. Maybe you should have called.
Well, basically, since the last time I saw you, she's been making me sweat every day. Except
Good
for
for
maybe
you.
1 or 2. Yeah, it was, but I felt like crap.
3. It's right up there with the best trash talks. Coors for me. I think it's the highest one I've rated. Better than Budweiser.
We got.
Go ahead.
Nope.
That being said, I probably won't buy this again. Or I didn't buy it, actually. But I probably won't seek this out just because, number one, I think it only comes in this where I'm around, and I don't care for that. But here's the thing. It's a cheap beer. I'm assuming this was cheap.
I don't even remember now.
All right, well,
Yeah, it's cheap.
It's a cheap
you're not gonna
beer.
pay much for it.
But you never see people drinking it. Like, even at a party or something. I'm assuming, like, Natty.
Not here.
Yeah, I'm assuming Natty and stuff is cheaper than this. It would have to be almost. But like, I've never seen this.
Nope.
It's
I've never
weird.
even seen it on the draft.
No, I would be severely disappointed if they did. But, that being said, it's better than the big 3, except for Coors, the Banquet.
And see, okay, we've got to do a trash talk lineup pretty soon. We'll do a light.
I know we've been teasing that for forever, too.
We'll do a string of lights, but we got to do a string of full flavored, full-bodied beers because there's no way this is as even near Banquet or Budweiser.
Yeah,
Nope.
you gave it about the same score.
I
as
know.
both.
That's why I want to do a relineup because Budweiser's much better than this.
I just had a Coors not too long ago.
Banquet or
Banquet. Tall boy can. It's the only way you
Okay.
can find it unless you get the stubby bottles. Those are stupid.
Yeah, well.
No, this is better than Budweiser.
Nope,
Definitely is.
not even.
Definitely is.
Budweiser's got much better esters. It's got
it's this myth that he's always
no, it
kept
does.
alive on this channel. All right, we're starting to go along. This is supposed to be a crabby video, so
No,
anyway,
that's trash talk for you.
yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I really want to know if anybody, even overseas in like Europe, I know this crap's popular.
Yeah.
Let us know. I know.
Yeah, because we're severely divided on this, except for the overall.
Well, I know there's that one person in London that's commented before, so. But anyway, yeah. Ring the bell or wherever the hell that is.
It's right up here.
It's up
You
there.
gotta go up and over. It's up there.
Anyway, yep.
Bring it.
See you next time. 2DG.
See ya.